If I were to write a piece of flash fiction about the worst poem ever written, I would focus on William McGonagall and do my best to suss a few things out. Like, why did he take Queen Victoria's rejection of his request that she be his patron as an indication of approval of his work? Why did he then travel to Balmoral from Dundee on foot and declare himself the Queen's poet without a backup plan? Why did he seem to have a thing for bridges and not so much what happened to the people on them? What possessed him to read his poems at a circus, get pelted with food and other objects, and then get paid for it? Was he on the spectrum? Did he know how his poetry was perceived and simply didn't care, finding a weird sort of freedom in it? Would Ian Rankin know anything about this? What about that giant spider that crawled across the camera during one evening's broadcast of Scotland Tonight? I'll go through to Glasgow and give the spider a ring. See what it thinks. If I were to write a piece of flash fiction about the conditional tense, I would perhaps only assent to do so upon one condition. The conditional tense? You'd say that's not a condition. I'd say, well, someone's tense, you'd reply. And the skin would feel black and white with muffled laughter ringing out from behind a window somewhere, and I'd mutter that wouldn't do, and would begin to pace through the house to find the window that would be kind enough to offer up a Jacques Guru Deva Om before yellow and green parakeets popped up off the floor like a spilled clattering of Mexican jumping beans. If I were to write a piece of flash fiction about J.R. Smith, I'd be sure to mention how no one is talking about the time where time began to slow that night. Slow to such a point where, if you arranged your ears carefully, like gentle bats making their way through an Austin sky, every inch of noise that could be found in the oracle fell away, and all the remaining years heard Smith sing Handel's Ritorna o caro I dolce mio tesoro, his soprano voice flying through the air as the two teams made their way up and down the court.